What's up, guys, and welcome to my first video in MotoGP 20. The game just literally dropped last night, and it is time to dive into it and see what kind of content the game has. However, I won't be jumping into the career mode just yet because, of course, we still have to finish the first season in MotoGP 19 with, of course, Bubba Speed, but we will be carrying that over to this game. Now, this is an interesting feature right here, motion blur, where it's like, for some reason, performance can be reduced with that being set to high. I'm assuming that's probably more for PC type of stuff. It probably won't have too much of an effect on consoles, but I guess we'll have to see how that goes in game. Hope there aren't any frame rate issues. Meanwhile, I'm going to set up for medium just because, despite me being a long time racing game player and MotoGP player in general, I'm still really bad at the new games because I skipped like from MotoGP 12 or something like that, or MotoGP 11 all the way to MotoGP when it was Valentino Rossi the game, and then I skipped the next few years until 18, played a little bit of that, and then played 19. So I haven't really played too much of the new games, so I do consider myself an average, just a very average player, hoping to get much better. And of course, we're going to go ahead and create Bubba Speed real fast. Have to get him all set up for when we go into the second season of his career, still in the middle of a battle for the title. So if he wins the title, then we'll probably jump up to Moto 2. If he doesn't, then see what options are there for Moto 1, Moto 3, because we definitely want to win all the titles in the World Championship. So hopefully Bubba can win it, but regardless, we'll be playing this, and I do look forward to actually trying out the Moto 3 bikes in this game, because apparently there's better physics, there's better AI and stuff like that, and honestly, I feel like arguably the most fun bikes to use are actually the Moto 3 bikes. Last Face is actually the one we're going to go with. It's probably the most Bubba looking one compared to what he has in 19. Of course, nationality is going to be the United States of America, because he is, of course, the current best racer from the U.S., because, you know, Joe Roberts ain't no Bubba Speed. Let's just be honest. And, of course, have to take into consideration this guy's still very young, has a lot to develop into. So this is the main menu, and I'm actually kind of liking it. I like when you look at the historic mode right there on the bottom, I do actually like the little art design they have for it. You know, it actually looks really good. So let's go ahead and take a look at what riders they have available. Obviously, we're gonna have the current roster, so no surprise there. But among modes, there's Grand Prix, there's Time Trial, and then there's Historic mode. So nothing. Sorry, New Championship. So nothing new there. But let's take a look at what each individual one actually looks like. So let's go with the riders. MotoGP 4-stroke, Moto 2, Moto 3, and 500 2-stroke. So as always, or as they've had recently, they have a lot of variety in terms of what you can actually use. So there's classic bikes, there's modern bikes, there's a lot of different categories, and it's good to see, because I feel like probably the most fun is just trying out all the different things. Of course, it has the updated roster, so Alex Marquez, etc. Binder's gonna be there. Dovizioso, of course, Petrucci, Rossi, Viñales, Iannone, Espargaro, Binder, Espargaro again, Mir, Rins, Quartararo, who's actually gonna have probably a really good season. Morbidelli, who still has a lot to prove. Jack Miller, Bagnaia just moved up. Crutchlow, I wonder how long he's gonna be there. Nakagami, and of course, you know, Tito Rabat, my brother GK's favorite, Johan Zarco, really impressive season last year, and Miguel Oliveira. So, yeah, you know, just the roster, nothing too surprising there. And they also have the option to actually just look at the teams themselves and ride as, you know, as Bubba Speed if you want to on that specific team. So I do kind of like that idea. It's a cool little thing there. So taking a look at the historical riders, or for the 4-strokes, we have Valentino Rossi. We have, you know, multiple versions of Valentino. I guess they're gonna have like each different era, because there's Rossi, Biaggi, Baros, Kato, another version of Rossi, of course, Repsol, Kenny Roberts, Lourdes Capirossi, Max Biaggi, again Rossi. That's like the 4th version already. Capirossi again, Gibernau, Shane Byrne, Nakano, Nicky Hayden, love to see that. Rossi again, so that's like the 5th. Troy Bayliss, of course. Casey Stoner on the Ducati. Danny Pedrosa, Jorge Lorenzo back on his Fiat days, Valentino Rossi again with the same bike, Christopher Mullen, of course, famous for being great in the rain, Rossi for like the 8th time, Pedrosa again, Dovizioso again, Stoner again, Simoncelli, Jorge Lorenzo again, Casey Stoner, and Valentino Rossi. So it's like they took the most popular guys and gave any version that they could possibly find of them. So disappointing in a way, as in like I would like to see bigger rosters, or not necessarily bigger, but more variety in the people. But look at the legends: Gardner, Eddie Lawson, Kevin Schwantz, Wayne Rainey, Mick Doohan, and it looks like there's probably gonna be multiple versions of him. Another Valentino, Kenny Roberts, Mick Doohan again, Crevier, Mick Doohan again, Kaczynski, Gary McCoy. Now I do have to say I like seeing this roster in particular, because the first MotoGP game I played was the very first game that was on the PS2. I think it was just called MotoGP, and that was pretty much the roster in it. I mean, it was just so much fun. That and MotoGP 2, you know, racing on the 500s, that was just so much fun. Those are probably the MotoGPs I played the most, because I just loved them so much, and they were so fun. So of course you have have all the tracks from the current calendar. No surprises there. In historical tracks, there's only Donington and Laguna Seca. I mean, that's fair enough. Both these are actually two of my favorites, and I think the first track I'll probably ride around will be Donington, just because I miss it so much, especially when you consider we have Silverstone of all tracks. So hate that one, and I love Donington. MotoGP 20 managerial career. So you step in the shoes of a professional rider and begin your journey. Start your debut class as always. Help of a personal manager. Okay, so essentially they've added new manager functions, and it looks like, yeah, there's also technical staff and chief engineer, not cheap engineer, which I guess Bubba will probably go with the cheap engineer, and data analyst. So looks like they've added some new functions to the game, some new components to make things a bit deeper, and I do actually like that, and I look forward to seeing that. But I feel like that was already there before. I could be wrong, but I feel like that was already there. Or maybe it was in like Superbike, in a Superbike game or something like that, World Superbike. So I don't know. Multiplayer wise, I'm very disappointed to see that there's not split screen again. That's always my biggest, the thing that annoys me the most, because I used to love playing split screen so much, whether it was like in MotoGP 10 where they had that awesome career mode where you can have your own team and you could hire a second rider, which was always, in my case, my brother. We used to just go off. Or whether it was in the old games where, you just play split screen Grand Prix. You just, alternate bikes and stuff like that. It was so much fun. So I am kind of annoyed about that, but they do actually seem like they have a lot of new stuff for like editing helmets and stuff like that. So let's take a look at what all they have for customization. Of course, they just have like number 83, which I guess is just kind of generic. Of course, already done this, Bubba, all that stuff, all the basic stuff you're looking at. So they have AGV, they have Iro, they have HJC, Arai as well. So, alright, so not too much stuff. I would assume that there's going to be more stuff to unlock as you go on, because it seems like there is going to be a currency system here. So yeah, it looks like they have pretty much all the major brands, which makes sense. It's an official MotoGP game, so pretty much anything that the riders themselves are wearing, they probably need to have as official brands. Number-wise, I want to use 69, but of course that's going to be a retired number, I would assume. I can't remember from MotoGP. I definitely think they retired it. I'm having a blank right now, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. But regardless, you can't use it in the game no matter what. So let's just go ahead and go with 90. I like the way it looks. Nickname-wise, we get to choose between Rocket Man, Iceman, the Master, the Professor, Raven, the Ace, the Kid, Hurricane. I don't know what that is, like, was that Katana or something like that? And the Hammer. Let's just go with Hurricane, because of course winds get extremely fast, extremely powerful during hurricanes, so of course Bubba's going to be the Hurricane himself. Looking at gloves, not too much, but there's definitely slots there to be filled out, so there's clearly stuff you can unlock, which is definitely good to see. I like that a lot, especially in a day and age where unlockables are pretty much disappearing from games unless you're buying them, like with actual money. Then this is very, very good to see. When it comes to riding style, I kind of like to always go with the most fun to look at, because of course you spend a lot of time looking at it, not necessarily noticing what the rider does himself. But I like to have the elbows to the ground or the shoulders out, but probably go with the elbows to the ground just because I feel like that's the best one, honestly. That's my favorite looking style. Other stuff you can modify, so numbers, what we already looked at, team, stuff like that. So you can actually customize teams, it looks like. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna say that's like something. I'm not really an editor kind of guy. Like, I don't really care too much about that. I like using the official stuff more, unless it's in like career mode. If it's in career mode, then sure. But if it's just kind of random, then not too interested. Okay, so you can customize helmets. You can use graphics, and you can do a lot of stuff. So that's cool to see. That is very, very cool to see. They're adding new functions to it, and I'm happy that they're giving a lot of, giving people the option to do that. Like, one of the coolest thing in the Forza games, whether it's the main series or Forza Horizon, is just the unbelievable amount of user-created content that's there, and it really, really looks amazing. Like, you can find stuff that I would never even imagine doing, and I'm just not a good editor. I'm not artistic at all, like that kind of thing. So I do appreciate the fuck out of them adding that kind of stuff to it. And of course, they have this new historical MotoGP mode. Choose your favorite rider and tackle new challenges. Oh no. Every day. Yeah, see, this is what I was worried about. Anytime there's a currency, it means that there's going to be some bullshit. Now, this, of course, is something you don't have to do, but they're going to make it very, very difficult for you to unlock stuff you actually want to use. So I would assume that their whole plan is either you work your ass off to unlock this stuff by doing these extremely difficult or just flat out annoying challenges, or you can also do the option of actually spending real money. And I checked, there's also the historical pack, as you see right here. I went ahead and checked, but just so you know, the VIP multiplayer is for pre-ordering the game. I didn't spend any extra money for that. And the historical pack, I did check. I'm not going to show you the screen because, they could be showing my own bank stuff. Historical pack, it's just these 4 guys, and it's $5. I'm a Colin Edwards, I'm a huge fan of him. I think he's one of the funniest guys to ever be in MotoGP. But I'm not going to spend €5 or however much it is in your home currency to buy it. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys are as excited as I am to try this game out, and I'm definitely going to have a lot of content coming your way in the next couple of days. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.